Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports, back with another realistic rebuild on my channel. In this one, we're doing the Phoenix Suns, my hometown team. Obviously, I want to see them do good, but these are the settings that I'm going to be using. Probably going to keep these the same for the rest of the realistic rebuilds. I might do some fantasy rebuilds or some other content later on, but first we're going to get through most of the realistic rebuilds, if not all of them. So make sure to comment your favorite team down below, and I will be sure to get to them eventually. Right now I'm doing one Eastern Conference team and then a Western Conference team and switching on and off. But here's the roster. DeAndre Ayton, obviously their best rookie in the draft class. Some might say Luka Doncic, but it's arguable. 79 overall. There you can see his stats. Not that great of a shooter. Actually not really good at all. But that should be improving, and he's obviously going to be improving on the defensive side of the ball, along with Josh Jackson and Mikal Bridges. Hopefully we can get a good defensive core with the young guys, but Devin Booker's obviously our star. We're going to start him at point guard for the first season because I don't feel like Elie Okobo's ready yet. And D-Book, he has some passing skills along with scoring, so he'll be fine. So Stephen Curry's going to win the MVP for the Warriors. I'm not going to be overriding the awards anymore. You guys left comments saying not to do that, so I agree with that. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Here are the All-NBA teams. DeAndre Ayton, All-Rookie First Team. He did average a double-double, so that's pretty good from him. I would expect him to be on the All-Rookie First Team. Mikal Bridges, 11 points per game. Not too bad. He did start because Devin Booker was our point guard, so it makes sense. We were actually not that bad, which is what I expect from the Suns in real life. They're not going to be too bad, but they're not going to probably be a playoff team. They could make the playoffs, maybe, but Devin Booker would have to average like 30, and then he'd probably be MVP if he does do that. And Josh Jackson, pretty solid numbers in his second year. Mikal Bridges did good, obviously. Elie Okobo, solid numbers off the bench. Might be ready to start. Dragan Bender, we might trade. So, Raptors and the Warriors in the finals. I guess the Warriors and the Cavs wasn't enough. Now, 2K's just going to make it Warriors-Raptors every year. And the Warriors are actually going to win this, which is kind of rare in the first season. So we do have the 12th projected pick, and unless we win the lottery, we do get number 12. And with the 12th pick, we are going to take Daniel Gafford out of Arkansas. I heard this kid's a stud. I haven't really seen him much in college, but I know he can shoot. He's made the most three-pointers for big men in this draft, according to the game, so. And with our second round pick, we are going to take Brent Ford, a point guard out of Fresno State. Maybe he'll develop into something, but if not, he's just a second round pick, so. So here's the roster for the second season. Devin Booker, our best player. DeAndre Ayton, TJ Warren. I am considering trading TJ Warren. Depends what kind of season he has, but he might have some trade value if he does have a good season. And we obviously need a point guard, so it would be point guard for TJ Warren, and maybe we throw in a pick or something like that. But yeah, here's the rotation. Let's see what happens. So Giannis is going to win MVP in the second season for the Bucks. Romeo Langford, Rookie of the Year on the Hornets. Schroeder on the Magic, sixth man. I'm not sure who's starting over Schroeder. That's kind of weird. But yeah, here's all NBA teams. If we check out the standings, we were actually around the same range as last year, so not too bad, not too good. We'll probably be in the range of 9 through 12 for our pick, so we'll keep building our young core. Maybe we might trade the pick even. So Devin Booker, another really good season. Josh Jackson showing he can score. DeAndre Ayton, another double-double season. Gafford had a solid rookie season. He might start eventually, but Celtics T-Wolves finals. Let's see who takes it all. Actually, as I'm making this video, Jimmy Butler has requested a trade from the T-Wolves, so we'll see what happens with them. Towns finals MVP. So unless we win the lottery, we're probably going to have the 8th pick, which we do. And we're making our first blockbuster trade of the video. TJ Warren, the 8th pick, the 28th pick, a future first rounder from us, top 5 protected, for D'Angelo Russell from the Magic. They have Dennis Schroeder, so they wouldn't be like having a hole at point guard. They have a solid starting point guard there, and they obviously need some wing help. TJ Warren could help them out there. They're still rebuilding. They had a top 5 pick in this draft, so they get the 8th pick, another first round pick, and then a future first round pick. That's a lot of value for D'Angelo Russell. In free agency, we still have some cap space, so I'm going to go after Nikola Mirotic, bring some shooting to this team. And I'm also going to go after another power forward, Derek Favors. Not really a shooter, but still would be a good starter for us. And then Gafford could come off the bench with his shooting. So we'll also go after a backup center. Cauley Stein seems like a good backup center. Not asking for too much money, so let's see if we can get either of those guys. So here's the roster for the 3rd season. We were able to pick up Nikola Mirotic. Cauley Stein signed with the Cavs or something. And then we didn't have enough money to obviously sign Derek Favors. But this team's looking really nice. D'Angelo Russell's going to start at point guard. Devin Booker shooting guard. Josh Jackson. Then we got Mirotic, Ayton, Bridges, Gafford, Okobo, and Theis. So Giannis is going to win another MVP. Back-to-back MVPs for Giannis. LaMelo Ball on the Nets, Rookie of the Year. The Celtics are freaking stacked. They have RJ Barrett and Cole Anthony. So don't even think about the Celtics right now. If we meet them in the finals, whatever, we'll take them down. But we got our first game past the Western Conference. And we did finish as the #1 seed in the West. I don't know how we did it. Don't ask me. I know that our defense is pretty good, and our offense obviously with D-Russ and Devin Booker. But we'll be playing the Pelicans in the first round. Very tough matchup. Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday. Devin Booker, another solid season, as I would expect. D'Angelo Russell getting those assists along with the points. Josh Jackson also stepping up as the 3rd offensive option. DeAndre Ayton getting the blocks. And we're looking really nice. If we check out the team stats, on offense, we were the #1 ranked offense. And on defense, we were the #1 ranked defense. That's incredible to think about. #1 offense and #1 defense. Here in the first round, we're down 3-2 to the Pelicans. I don't know how you guys saw we're the #1 defense and the #1 offense having trouble with the 8th seed. But we're going to force a game 7. So this would be a total embarrassment to lose to the 8th seed. And we have this type of team. Like, there's no way we can lose this series right now. Even though Anthony Davis is going off, we're still playing some pretty solid defense. Our scoring hasn't been up to par. D'Angelo Russell needs to score a bit more, but it looks like we have a comfortable lead in the 4th, and we do pick up the win. Devin Booker went off, and he's pretty much averaging the same amount of points as he did in the regular season, which is always good because some players tend to decline. And yeah, in the second round, we're up 3-0 on the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know how we went to 7 games with the Pelicans and now we're about to sweep the Mavericks, but that's just 2K for you. And it looks like it's a really close game. The Mavericks had a lead there close in the 4th, but we do win by 2 points. Devin Booker coming up big again, leading us in scoring. This Mavericks team's pretty good. They do have DeMarcus Cousins, as they usually get him, and obviously Doncic and Dennis Smith. Here in the Western Conference Finals, we're tied at 2 with the Golden State Warriors. They still have their big 4 minus Cousins, so it's going to be tough. Can we take a 3-2 lead here? We do. We end up destroying the Warriors. Absolutely dismantling them. Devin Booker and D'Angelo Russell carrying the load with the scoring and the assists, getting everyone involved. As you guys can see, they still have Durant, they still have Curry, Clay, who's not really doing well in this series, and Draymond. So let's see if we can close it out here in 6 games, or are we going to have to go to a game 7 with the Warriors? Close game going into the 4th, and they do separate, and they do pick up the win, so we'll be going to a game 7. Yeah, our offense is sometimes letting us down, but our defense should be able to carry us. Game 7. Who's going to show up in these big moments? Will it be D'Angelo Russell, Mr. Ice in his veins, or will it be Devin Booker, who's also got ice in his veins? Maybe even Ayton or Josh Jackson. Doesn't matter. But we are going to win here 122-114. Devin Booker with a 40-piece in Game 7. This kid is unreal. 42 points against the Warriors in a Game 7. We're going to the NBA Finals. A lot of good production from everyone actually in this game. It was just a shootout. Durant had 37 himself. So here in the NBA Finals, we're going up against the Toronto Raptors. Drake, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry. We do win Game 1 though. Devin Booker, 30 points, continuing his great playoff performance. Kawhi Leonard not doing so well, but we do win Game 2. Devin Booker, 30 points again. They can't stop Booker right now. I don't know why. He's just going off. Kawhi Leonard doesn't really have the help that he needs. Game 3, we win. Up 3-0 on the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard tried it. 25 points. Wasn't enough. And we'll simcast and maybe we'll hop in if it's about to be a W for us. So as you guys saw, we're actually up 2 points here in this game. Kawhi Leonard just hit a post fadeaway. Incredible shot from Kawhi. Tied. Devin Booker, ball in his hands. What's he going to do with it? They double team. He's not passing. What are you doing, Devin Booker? Why would you hold that ball? Through a double team. Now it's a jump ball. He better get this ball back, or else this will be a big time choke play. Devin Booker, jump ball. He does get it, so he makes up for that. Devin Booker, one-on-one, Malachi Richardson. It looks like they're spreading the court. I don't know what he's doing, but he picks up the foul. That's fine. One-on-one, Malachi Richardson and Devin Booker. I'm taking Devin Booker 100% of the time. So he picks up the foul, knocks down one. Okay, he knocked down the second one. He does knock down the second one. Huge possession here. Can we get a stop? We are the best defense in the NBA, so we're made for this. Kawhi Leonard. He missed it. He got the separation. Still pretty contested, but I would expect Kawhi to hit that. D'Angelo Russell to ice the game. Mr. Ice in his veins himself. 2 free throws, no problem. But the Raptors still have 2 very good three-point shooters in Kyle Lowry and Kawhi Leonard. So let's see if they can get an open look for either of them. Valanciunas in the post, passing it around. Malachi Richardson's going to take the shot. That's never going to be good for your team. And that's going to do it. The Phoenix Suns are the NBA champions in just Season 3. One of my quickest rebuilds ever. And there you guys see D'Angelo Russell and Devin Booker congratulating each other. If this were to happen, one of the most dynamic backcourts in the NBA, hands down. I'll let you guys watch the ceremony. So here are the stats. Valanciunas led them in scoring, 28 points for him. Kawhi Leonard, only 11 points. A little bit of a letdown. Devin Booker, obviously you guys saw 37 points. Coming up huge in every single game. Every single elimination game, he came up huge in these playoffs. So he's got to win Finals MVP. And he does. Devin Booker, Finals MVP at a 92 overall. First ever Suns championship in the organization's history. Here's the roster for the 4th season. We're just going to see if we can go back to back. Pretty much the same team. Try to keep it all intact. Obviously, they're going to get better. And Daniel Gafford's going to start now at power forward over Mirotic. That's pretty much the only big change. Backcourt you can see is the same. Bench pretty much the same. Let's see what happens. So in this season, LeBron James is going to win the MVP for the Lakers. Don't really see that often. RJ Barrett, 6th man. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year. And Igor Kokoshkov for the Phoenix Suns, obviously us. Coach of the Year. There you guys can see the All-NBA teams. I'm surprised D'Angelo Russell or Devin Booker have not made a team. But again, we're the number 1 seed. So back-to-back number 1 seeds. And we're going to have a chance to go back-to-back here. We'll be playing the Los Angeles Clippers in the first round, who also have never won an NBA championship. So that's going to be interesting. Devin Booker, again, leading us in scoring. D'Angelo Russell backing him up, getting more assists this season. Daniel Gafford had a pretty good season starting. Let's check out the team stats. On offense, we were still the number 1 offense. Defense, we were still pretty good. Top 6. So here in the first round, we're up 3-1 on the Clippers. Let's see if we can close it out. The Clippers actually signed Kemba Walker, so they do have a pretty good team. They also have Cameron Reddish. So Cameron Reddish and Kemba Walker, pretty dynamic backcourt compared to us. And that's going to be really a shootout in the backcourt. Kemba Walker doing pretty good in this series so far. Reddish also doing pretty good. And in the second round, we have a rematch against the Warriors. This time in an earlier round, but we do get eliminated. Unfortunately, Warriors too much to beat twice in 2 seasons. So Kevin Durant really had a really good playoff. So did Steph Curry. They're beasts usually in the simulation. So we have a Lakers-Celtics finals. Don't see that at all in 2K, but let's see who's going to take it all. Will LeBron James get another ring? The Celtics are going to stop him. RJ Barrett, finals MVP. So here we're going to be trading Nikola Mirotic for a backup shooting guard, which we haven't had this whole video. I guess Mikal Bridges, but we need some more scoring off the bench, so it makes sense. They want another pick, we'll throw it to them. And here's the roster for the final season. Can we win 2 championships in 3 years? That would be really cool. But pretty much the same team as I said before. Just we made that one trade. Hopefully the bench is going to have a lot more scoring, which we haven't had in the past 2 seasons. But let's see if we can win the championship. So Kevin Durant's going to win the MVP on the Warriors. Probably that will never happen in real life. But Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player. Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. And here are the All-NBA teams. DeAndre Ayton actually on the All-NBA 3rd team before D'Angelo Russell or Devin Booker. Averaging monster numbers. That's just incredible for a center. But I think if his scoring was a little bit up, he could have won MVP. Definitely his blocks and steals are there. So we were the 3rd seed this year. A little bit of a down year. But the Warriors and Rockets are still really good. So no shame in that. Player stats, Devin Booker, he's a beast. D'Angelo Russell, still a beast. Pretty much the same numbers. So in the first round, we're playing the Dallas Mavericks again, who we did beat in a prior season. And we're going to beat them here in 6 games. DeMarcus Cousins is still on the team. He had 21 points. Devin Booker, 27 in a closeout game. As I said, he's been phenomenal. But here in the second round, 3-2, we're down to the Clippers. I don't know how, but they do have Kemba and Cameron Reddish, so that kind of explains it. But we might be losing here. I might hop into the last couple seconds just to get a little bit of gameplay. But yeah, we're getting smacked. I'll see you in the game. Our defense got absolutely dismantled by Kemba and Cameron Reddish. 2 beasts on the offensive side of the ball. So you can't really blame us on that. Ooh, Devin Booker, wide open 3. Wow, come on, Devin. That's easy. Oh my. So as I said, Cam Reddish and Kemba Walker combining for 46 points and 11 assists. Insane backcourt for them. Devin Booker, 25 points. D'Angelo Russell, 18. So not too far behind. So the Warriors and the Celtics are going to match up again in the NBA Finals. Let's see who's going to take it all. Warriors get a sweep on the Celtics. Kevin Durant, Finals MVP. So that's going to do it for this rebuild. Let me know what you guys thought of this team. Let me know what you guys would have done differently. Also, comment what parts were realistic, what parts were not realistic. Also, leave a comment if you want to see your team get done next, rebuilt next. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos.
Never get to me. Bring out the Brxnks Truck. I'm young, flying, iced up. 100-yard dash. I had to run my price up. Boss your life up.